What's up? What's up? What's up? Glad y'all tuned in. Hit that like, hit that sub, hit that share button for your boy. I'm gonna start doing my videos in kind of this fashion. This is a guy I've been researching and watching and sharing his videos. Y'all might see it on my page if y'all fuck with me. Dan Calloway. Dude is the truth, man. He's not some like Google research scholar. He's like boots on the ground type of dude, going to each state, Congress library, going to over to Africa, going to their libraries and just getting history straight from the book. He ain't no Google researcher. Get on there and look it up, and because Google is really not accurate. Some of the stuff you look on there, you look up the color blue, it's gonna show the color blue. So, but when he gets to like shit like back in the day and before, all the internet shit is coming out, like the real answers, real truth. And then why is our history different in China and different in Europe and different in South America than it is in America? It's just a lot of flip-flopping going on. I'm not here to change anyone's opinion. You believe what you want to believe, and most definitely do your research, bro. Look up your shit. I looked up some shit, and I feel after 3 years, I feel comfortable with the material I'm putting out. Just do your research and fact check, you know what I'm saying? Truth seeking and fact checking is different. Fact checking ain't really fact checking because you can look up Google and look up a fact, and that doesn't necessarily mean that. Truth seeking, the truth matters, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and enjoy this video. Hit that like, hit that sub, hit that subscribe button, man. Enjoy the video, straight up. Truth matters.
Depiction of a Spaniard Italian navigator or explorer, originally known as Cristoforo Colombo of Mula, Spain, but now known as Christopher Columbus of Genoa, Italy. He is dubbed as the discoverer of the Americas. Keep that in mind. Now, you may recall hearing about the story of how Christopher Columbus discovered America by finding himself to be initially lost at sea by inadvertently landing somewhere along the island of Haiti, which was originally known during this time period as Quisqueya, meaning mother of all lands, before it was anglicized to become later known as Hispaniola, which is located in the southernmost region of the Americas. I touched on this here. One of the most commonly used statements that will be considered as a fact of opinionated history is that Spanish master navigator and explorer Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492 with help from Moroccan, or rather Iberian, servants who were familiar with navigating the waters of the shores. Now, before I go any further, I want you to quickly make note of the word discover and its actual meaning. The word discover is commonly used to reference when something is exposed or made known, for originally it was a secret or hidden to the public, but now all is revealed. So now, if Christopher Columbus allegedly discovered America, that would not mean that he found new lands. No, it simply means that the people who sent him were already aware of these lands' existence, along with its people who were already inhabiting it. This also means that if the Christopher Columbus story that we were all told is actually true, then history and its writers are purposely mistitling his position as a navigator and explorer. Why is this, you ask? Well, since someone gave Christopher Columbus royal permission to be granted access to explore these lands in hopes of immediate relocation and settlement for their people, then that does make Christopher Columbus a discoverer, only because a discoverer originally meant informant during this time period. As the story goes, Christopher Columbus reported back to someone, right? And somehow his alleged story was documented. But it royally fails to mention that the true asterisk by his name should read spy. Now, with all of that being said, this should make you ask some serious questions. Like, why is Christopher Columbus not being presented as a colored European in America right now? Would the original artist of this painting not have an accurate depiction of Chris's skin complexion? Just think about that for a second. Why would some stranger force a skin complexion change of a simple painting? And why would the writers of American history tell Americans their history one way, and everyone else outside of America receives a completely different version? Which version is false and which version is true? During this original video, I explained why this image was shown, or rather broadcast, only to select Asian countries by the History Channel. And I also shared congressional records as to why American history differs in other countries, hence the title of the video. And I highly recommend watching it if you haven't done so already. We are taught about this story concerning Christopher Columbus throughout compulsory educational curriculums that are designed to target and disenfranchise children before they can grow to learn what that historically means for their sake. I'll give you a little hint. It has nothing to do with voting, nor any voting system for that matter. More about that in the next Easter Egg Sunday episode. But I said all of that to say this. Not only was the skin complexion of Christopher Columbus changed over time, so was the skin complexion of the original artist of this painting. Paintings of Domenico himself went from looking like this to now look like this. And as alarming as this may be, it gets a lot deeper, to the point where many other prominent individuals of color who are depicted in various paintings all over the world have been changed to reflect as pale-complexioned people instead. Now, let's just say that the story of Christopher Columbus was true, and we all knew that he carried a brown skin complexion. Does he get a pass for spying on our people in South America that eventually led to the colonization of our lands, just because he shares the same hue of complexion as you and I? Of course not. And this should also give you a better understanding of why I mentioned that the enemy has no skin complexion. Simply because the enemy comes in various skin complexions. I'm just here to make you think.